Top 10 Filmmaking Cameras on Amazon. Welcome to our channel. Today we bring you the list of top 10 filmmaking cameras on Amazon. Need help in choosing the right camera for true, executive, and brilliant videography? Only the best camera will do. With the innumerable number of cameras out on the market, it becomes a hard choice to know which is the best camera for shooting. But before browsing Google and spending sleepless nights trying to know which one to choose, the intention of purchase of the camera must be known. Is it for filmmaking or broadcasting to commercials? Or do you want to buy your camera for high-end content creation? Now, finding the camera with great video capabilities on the market that suit your intentions of purchase is made easier. Here is a complicated list of the top 10 filmmaking cameras that are budget-friendly, presenting the guarantee of ultimate functionality, either mirrorless or a DSLR camera. So let's get started. Don't forget to hit subscribe, the like button, and press the bell icon for regular updates. Number 10 is Sony XHR-MC 2500 shoulder mount AVCHD camcorder. The Sony XHR-MC 2500 camcorder comes furnished with a modern G lens that fuses Sony's special optical plan innovation and quality control, conveying uncommon execution on a standard with probably the best focal points in the business. The Sony camera has a built-in 32GB SSD drive for storing up to 3 hours of HD video ceaselessly in PS mode. The HXR-MC 2500 itself is upgraded to consumably supplement the G lens with a serious picture sensor and Sony's acclaimed picture handling innovation. This improves picture execution in the case of focusing on the activity of getting a viewpoint on the master plan, with a 26.8mm focal point offering the greatest edges in this class of camera, which empowers wide-edge shooting even in restricted spaces. This camera is fit for shooting unmistakably even in low light or indoor conditions. It is exceptionally delicate. Exmor-R CMOS sensor receives a backlit-up innovation that empowers the picture sensor to use accidental light more productively, causing the videographer to accomplish rich picture quality in any event during low-light shooting circumstances. Number 9 is Canon Cinema EOS C300 Mark II camcorder body with dual-pixel CMOS AF. The Canon EF mount Cinema EOS C300 Mark II camcorder with dual-pixel CMOS AF highlights a super 35mm CMOS. This gives quicker and more precise self-adjusting to help clients while working with the teams. Standards logs 3 gamma upholds 14 stops of dynamic range. The EF local focal point mounts on the EOS 300 and offers similarity, not just with Canon's current expansive scope of DSLR focal points, yet also with their line of EF mount, CNE film prime, and long-range focal points. The Super 35mm sensor is combined with the Canon DIGIC DV5 picture processor, which utilizes an imaginative technique for breaking out red, green, and blue information to empower shading execution on a level that would some way or another require 3 separate chips. The camera can record up to 4K DCI Gold videos to CFast 2.0 cards for greater adaptability to change your picture during post-production. The camera likewise offers Canon's log gamma mode, which brings out incredible apparent propagation in the feature and low-light areas of a picture, and an extended unique range. Regarding associations, the camcorder highlights 2 3G SDI yields, timecode I/O, and Genlock inputs BNCs. The body has a measured plan that can either be stripped down totally or be developed, utilizing the included handle 4-inch pivoting LCD unit with full controls, grasp, and thumb rest. Number 8 is Blackmagic Design URSA camera with PL mount. Presenting the Blackmagic Studio Camera 4K, the world's most exceptional 4K broadcast camera for live Ultra HD creation. Inside its unbelievably extreme, lightweight magnesium combination body, you get an enormous 10 viewfinder, 4-hour battery lifespan, talkback, count pointers, aberration-fueled amplifier associations, and SDI or client installable optical fiber associations that let you interface with your switcher with a solitary link. The Blackmagic Studio camera is accessible in HD and Ultra HD 4K models, and is stuffed with all the serious highlights you require for multi-camera creation and broadcast. This group unit is an incredible starter bundle for a starting picture taker, instructional use, or a specialist in photography. Number 7 is Canon XC15 4K UHD Professional Camcorder. The Canon XC15 4K UHD camcorder joins a Canon 4K video focal point that uses restrictive Canon optical advancements from long stretches of involvement with creating cinema, broadcast, and EF series focal points. This 10x wide point optical long-range focal point offers a central scope of 24.1 to 241 millimeters for photographs and 27.3 to 273 millimeters for motion pictures. The utilization of UD, ultra-low dispersion, and high UD focal point components make up for its chromatic abnormalities and gives a reduced size ideal in a hurried detailing and recording. It also includes a Canon 12.0 megapixel 1-inch CMOS picture sensor with 12 stops of dynamic range and both video and photograph shooting usefulness. XC15 camera also features an LCD innovative 2-axis parallel hinge mechanism for displaying playing back footage, likewise coordinating a profoundly progressed captive touch panel for simple fingertip control of all camera capacities and settings. Number 6 is Blackmagic Design Pocket Cinema Camera 6K with EF lens mount. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera comes with 6144 by 3456 Super 35 sensor and a Canon EF lens mount supports still frame that can capture up to 21.2 megapixels and records up to 6144 by 3456 6K video at 50 FPS. It has a built-in 5-inch touchscreen that allows accurate focus and carefully supports remote camera control via Bluetooth. The camera also has built-in SD UHS-2 and CFast card recorders, up to 25,600 ISO for incredibly low light performance, wide 13 stops of dynamic range for the film looks, recording full resolution, up to 60 or 120 FPS windowed. Blackmagic Pocket Camera is ideal for incredible quality filmmaking. Number 5 is Panasonic LUMIX S1H Digital Mirrorless Video Camera. The LUMIX S1H is a full outline mirrorless camera for film creation, scaled to a handheld plan without trading off proficient level guidelines. It offers broad account modes and shoot-to-life picture quality to fulfill the high needs of the present makers. A recently evolved 24.2 megapixel full outline picture sensor consents to the new dual native ISO in mix with the ideal sign handling by Venus engine. It accomplishes high effectability and least commotion. What makes the LUMIX S1H an extraordinary camera is a boundless chronicle time in all chronicle modes because of novel warmth, scattering innovations, HDR, high dynamic range, in HLG, hybrid log gamma, 4-to-10 cycle interior account, and yield through HDMI. The LUMIX S1H joins film industry execution refined by Panasonic with the high portability and usefulness of LUMIX mirrorless cameras. Number 4 is Panasonic EVA 1 Compact 5.7K Super 35mm Cinema Camera, causing a high-resolution 5.7K picture sensor equipped for delivering smooth 4K pictures inside a minimal body. Panasonic EVA 1 Conservative 5.K Overlay 35mm of film camera is an adaptable camera framework prepared for narrative film and live occasion creation. The 5.7K sensor is utilized to super example interior recording, bringing out higher setting pictures with less commotion and artifacting when contrasted with non-super tested accounts. The local ISO is 800, which works for most creation circumstances. This can be changed to 2500 when working in fate situations. It has double local ISO that utilizes elective hardware inside the sensor, as opposed to including addition or moving the gamma on the first sign yield, to build effectively while keeping up a high sign to commotion proportion. Number 3 is the JVC GY-HM200 4K Cam Compact Handheld Camcorder. The JVC GY-HM200 4K Cam Compact Handheld Camcorder gives 4K Ultra HD recording and expert highlights in an adaptable handheld structure factor. It includes a 1 by 2.33 inches post-interior enlightened sensor that underpins Ultra HD Gold video at 24 to 30p and an 8-bit 4 by 2 by 2 Full HD 1080p video from 24p to 60p. The camcorder is outfitted with a 12x long-range focal point that gives a 35mm proportional central scope of 29.5 to 354mm with a 24x unique zoom mode accessible when recording HD video. Intended to fit proficient work processes, the camcorder comes total with double XLR sound information sources, the 3G SDI and HDMI yields, and JVC's double Code C advanced stream technology. Number 2 is Fujifilm X-T4 mirrorless camera body. Fujifilm X-T4 is a mixed breed camera that uses storefront innovation to dominate in marketing the two stills and movement symbolism. Free yourself from bargain and be the picture creator you've for the longest time been itching to be. With the 4th Age X-Trans CMOS 4 sensor, X-Processor 4, a recently created minimal and self-perception adjustment IBIS framework, the new exterior, bleach bypass film simulation mode, and significantly more, it's an ideal opportunity to expand your innovative cutoff points with this staggering imaging instrument. This amazing picture-making device offers a proficient photograph and video usefulness that can be rapidly and effectively got to at the flick of a switch. The X-T4 offers 5-hub in-body stabilization, self-adjustment effectability down to -6 EV, and Full HD 240p to moderate movement video recording. The Fujifilm X-T4 is a definitive camera for crossbreed picture producers who need the adaptability to benefit as much as possible from their imagination. Number 1 is Sony A7 III ILCE 7M3K-B full-frame mirrorless interchangeable-lens camera. With the exceptional imaging ability and rapid execution contained in a reduced body, the Sony A7 III gives you the force, exactness, and adaptability to catch once-in-a-blue-moon minutes similarly as you like. Featuring a new version of 24.2 ms Exmor-R CMOS sensor and the latest version of Bison Z image processing engine, it can ceaselessly capture 10 FPS or 8 FPS live view shooting with AF or AV tracking. The ultimate Sony A7 can capture up to 177 JPEG, 89 packed RAW, or 40 uncompressed RAW pictures in one consistent burst. It additionally underpins 693-point central plane stage recognition AF that reacts immediately with the advantages of high-following execution, even with an A-mount focal point with connector LAEA3. Ultimately, it highlights 10 FPS silent or mechanical shutter, with AE/AF following. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below which film camera you'd like the most.